Hello, class, and welcome to Career Development for the Non-Business Major, also known as IDS 1500 BDE1, which I realize is a lot catchier than Career Development for the Non-Business Major. My name is Jay Marshall. I will be your professor. Really looking forward to doing this course with you. And I wanted to get started by sharing a little bit about myself and about the course. Some things I want to make sure that you're aware of to satisfy the requirements for the Department of Education. I am giving you a brief quiz this week. And you're probably thinking, oh, great, it's spring break, and our new professor gives us a quiz. What a great guy. Well, I just want to make sure that we satisfy those requirements, and I want to give you a chance to get a fairly easy grade right off from the start. So everything I talk about in this video, everything that is on the syllabus will be on the quiz, but it's an open, I would say that it was an open book quiz, but we really don't have a book, so you're welcome. No additional $100 or $200 expenditure there. Everything will be on the Moodle shell, and I will make that available to you. I also want to play a little game called How Many Times Do I because that will be important when we get to the part about interviewing. I want you to learn how to not when you give an interview. And let's be honest, when we're talking about career development, it's about building a career. And you do that through acquiring positions. And to do that, you have to interview and interview well. And that'll kind of be our capstone assignment for this course. And you'll learn that trick of taking a deep breath instead of using an which can sap your confidence and your credibility for an entire room. So that's one of the many things that we'll work upon in this course. Other things to know. So first impressions are important. That's why I'm wearing a shirt and tie and a blazer and appearing to you in front of the Career Services Suite, even though I'm really in my back room office at home on a Sunday, where I would typically still be unshaven on day 2, wearing a pair of fleece pants that my mother-in-law sewed and some stained t-shirt or sweatshirt with this kind of lost look in my eye, because I am also a student. I am also an online student, so I really relate to what you're going to go through in this course without having the benefit or the drawbacks of being in a classroom in person. I'm working on my PhD in history at Liberty University. In fact, very proud of my school. I have multiple Liberty University bucket hats. I like the one in red because when you go to a game, and I've been to a game, they say wear red. This is my hat with Sparky, who is actually the mascot. He's an eagle. And I've been going there. This will be year 4, and I'm in my comprehensive exam. So that takes up a lot of time. But first impressions matter. And bucket hats aside, I want to make a good impression on you, which is the same thing you should really endeavor to do at every step in your career development. Now, a little bit about me. My wife's actually an alumna of Elms College. When I was an undergraduate, they didn't let men in. That's how old I am. I actually earned a Bachelor's of Arts in English at Westfield State University and then went back to get an MED in history. And now I'm, as I mentioned, working on my PhD in history. As the tie may indicate, if you can see anything on here, I'm a very big football fan. Ironically, I never watched a single game until I graduated from college. But I played one game of Madden football on what was then cutting edge entertainment game platform, the Sega Genesis, and I was hooked. And I've been a crazy Patriots fan ever since. And so this has been a tough year. And so I appreciate the sympathy in advance. I am also the career director at Elms College. This is my 2nd year as a career director. And at Elms, but I have 8 years prior at another institution in the Springfield area. So this is my 10th year as a Career Center director. I actually had 6 years at the One Stop Career Center in Springfield, the federally funded One Stop Career Center, where I sent people to training, gave workshops, put on the giant career fair down at the Basketball Hall of Fame. I actually ran that. I case managed dislocated workers and individuals with serious impediments to gainful employment. I worked on Trade Act contracts. You don't have to know what that is. You can always Google the Trade Act if you're really interested. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that you're not interested in that. Important things to know about me. I have 3 Australian Labradoodles. One is named Canton. He's our oldest. He's actually named after the city that the Football Hall of Fame is located in. I have his sister, Cadence, who's named after what the quarterback changes at the line of scrimmage. She's actually a Bright Spots therapy dog. You may have had the opportunity to meet her when you've gone to a therapy dog event, maybe over in, I think it's in the O'Leary Great Room. Cadence has been there a couple times. And we have Franny, who's named after country western singer Connie Francis. I didn't name her. Franny's not exactly our Rhodes Scholar, and so we were worried that if we changed her name, it wouldn't go very well for her. So I'd like to tell people she's named after former New England Patriots tight end Russ Francis, but I'm not sure how convincing I am about that. So some things about this course. I also really like coffee. You'll probably pick up on that. And I really try to connect with my students through humor and having an open door policy and just being a decent human being. I'm not always successful in that, but I do try. So for this course, I know it's a 1-credit course. I'm going to try to be cognizant of that. And there is going to be work, but I'm going to try to grade easy. And I'm going to try not to be a jerk as much as possible. You can call me Jay. If you call me Mr. Marshall, I'm going to be looking behind you to see if my father is walking in. If you call me Dr. Marshall, that's stolen glory. I do not have my doctorate yet. So hopefully one day. I just have to finish my next 3 comprehensive exams, which are about 6 hours a piece. That's right, 6-hour exams a piece. And write a book. So that won't be too difficult, right? Wish me luck. So for this course, we're going to do a variety of different things. One of your big assignments next week is going to be putting together a resume and cover letter. That'll be your first draft. I'm actually going to tear it apart, tell you everything that's wrong with it, and then you'll resubmit it. We're in a nice way. You're going to, if you don't already have a LinkedIn profile, you're going to create a LinkedIn profile. I'm going to tell you what's wrong with your LinkedIn profile, and you're going to update your LinkedIn profile. But most importantly, you're going to connect to me with your LinkedIn profile. That way you can take advantage of my extensive LinkedIn network for your career. You're going to do an informational interview. Sorry. That is a powerful tool to help you to be able to find out more about your career. It is a great something to have in your toolkit or your golf bag. To be honest, I don't actually know which side of the club to use in golf, but it kind of works as a analogy to help you kind of figure out different aspects of the career and learn from those who've gone before you so you can learn from their experience and avoid their mistakes. You're also going to do a mock interview. So you're actually going to do an interview in this course and record it. And I will be the only one to see it, rest assured. But that is something that you will be doing. So those are some of the course highlights. I want to make sure that you know that my door is always open to you. My door is right around the corner there on the 2nd floor of the Alumni Library. That's also known as the Center for Student Success, where there's an entire team of professionals who are here to help you. We are here to help you succeed. So we have accommodation services, aka SAS, with Tiffany Ashline, who's the director there. Her office is around the corner from mine. We share a wall. There's Regina Talona, who's the director of student success as well as tutoring. There's Tina, who will really want to mom you when you come up here and just make sure you're okay and taking care of yourself and doing what you need to do. We have experiential learning here under Dr. Ginny Granger Sullivan, as well as Nicole Bourgeois. I probably just mangled her last name. Her office is actually around the corner from mine, different corner. And I think that's just about international programs is up here as well. And so my colleague who'll be coming back from some time in the military for officer training school, that's Octavio Sejas. And of course, we have our Fulbright, our Irish Fulbright, Annie. Annie has a last name. It has just completely slipped my mind. So this entire floor is here to be of assistance to Jowett. Her last name is Jowett, Annie Jowett. And we really want to see you be successful. So, I'll be honest with you, I hate talking on the telephone, but if you call me, I will talk to you. That's also in the syllabus. I'm really good with email. I'm more than happy if you want to poke your head into my office, stop by. Love that. Love getting a chance to get to know you. If you're remote, we can always set up a Zoom. I want to make sure you have what you need to be successful. I sometimes have had assignments that professors have given me where I've been like, what the heck does that mean? And so if I've given you an assignment like that, where you're like, I have no idea what he's even talking about, reach out to me. And that's my bad, and I'll apologize in advance. I try to make them make sense, but sometimes what makes sense to me won't make sense to the general public. And so by all means, email, call. We can set up a Zoom. We can set up a Teams meeting. I don't have Teams, but if you have Teams, we can set up a Teams meeting. But somehow we can be in contact. And I want to make sure that you have all the benefits of having access to a professor, even if we never meet. You may be taking this course and be across the globe, or you could be as far away as O'Leary Hall. Either way, if you don't want to come into the library, there are other ways that we can connect, but I want to make sure that we have a meaningful professional relationship that you can draw upon. So welcome to career development for the non-business major. And I'm looking forward to getting to know you, finding out a little bit about you. And so with that in mind, one of your first assignments is going to be to give us an introduction in the forum on Moodle. You don't have to share anything overly personal. You don't have to share anything you're not comfortable with us knowing. Don't have to reveal any deep, dark secrets. This isn't True Confessions. If you're secretly the child of D.B. Cooper, you can always Google that to find out who D.B. Cooper was. All I would ask is that you ask him to maybe make a donation to the college. This is not what that's intended for. Only share things that you're comfortable with. I just want us to have some semblance of being a community in this class. And so that's how we're going to do that. So you're going to have that this week. You're going to have a quiz, maybe one or two other things that I'm not remembering in this module. But again, it's an open book quiz. It's really more a formality than anything. I hope you have a great week. I apologize that this week is starting during the week of spring break. I didn't schedule it that way, but here we are. To make up for it, you're actually going to get a week off where I will give you 0 assignments, and I will hold true to that. 0 assignments the week of Holy Week, even the Easter Monday. There's going to be nothing from me, so maybe that'll make up for it a little bit. We will not have a midterm. I know that's heartbreaking. We will not have a final. If you would like to persuade me otherwise, by all means, reach out and make your case why we need a midterm, why we need a final, why we need a term paper. It's up to you. Again, it's a 1-credit course. I don't want to break your will. I'll save that for when I'm actually a doctor and teaching history courses. For now, I just want to give you what you need so that you can be successful in your career, wherever it may take you. And we'll talk a little bit about that too, about how sometimes the best laid plans can lead to something off script that may be better than what we had anticipated. So that's my reminder to myself to talk about chaos theory. All right, that's long enough video. Thank you for your time. And I'm really glad that you're taking this course. And I am looking forward to taking this journey with you. All right, that was a little bit too new agey. I feel like I should light a votive candle or something after saying that. But I'm excited to be in this course with you. Let's make this a great one.